differentiation of ax plus b all raised to the power n using the chain rule. If y is equal to ax plus b all raised to the power n, then by the chain rule, the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to the derivative of y with respect to u, multiplying by the derivative of u with respect to x, where u is equal to ax plus b. Now, looking at this formula, the first thing you need to do is to find the derivative of y with respect to u. After that, you find the derivative of u with respect to x. Now, let's consider the following examples. Use the chain rule to differentiate each function with respect to x. So the first thing is to let u is equal to 3x plus 1. So this expression is equal to u. Therefore, I can say that y is equal to u raised to the power 7. Because here is y, and the whole of this is equal to u. Therefore, y is equal to u raised to the power 7. So the u, the x means to differentiate the function u, which is equal to 3, and also the y du, the y du is 7 u raised to the power 6. Hence, the y, the x is equal to the y du, the y du times the u dx. So now let's substitute. That's the y du. The y du is 7 u raised to the power 6 times the u dx. The u dx is 3. Good. So 7 times 3 is 21 u raised to the power 6. So I have 21. U is equal to 3x plus 1. So 3x plus 1 all raised to the power 6. So how it is. The next one, y is equal to 4x minus 2 all raised to the power negative 6. The first thing is to let u is equal to the expression in the bracket, which is 4x minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to u raised to the power negative 6. So the u, the x, here's u. When I differentiate this, I'll get 4. And also the y, the u is equal to negative 6u. Here's negative 6, so I will reduce it by 1, making negative 6, negative 1, which is negative 7. Hence, the y dx is equal to the y du times the u dx. Good. So let's substitute. The y du is negative 6u raised to the power 7. Negative 7 multiplying by the u dx. The u dx is 4. Negative 6 times 4 is negative 24 u raised to the power negative 7. So I have negative 24 u is equal to 4x negative 2 negative 7, and this one can be written as negative 24 all dividing by 4x minus 2 raised to the power 7. Good. So this is how we differentiate a function in this form. Also, we can differentiate this function by using the formula below. The rule is to differentiate the function as we do for x raised to the power n, and then multiply the result by the derivative of the expression in the bracket. Now let's solve the following questions using the formula above. Differentiate with respect to x. So the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to the 7 over here, and you differentiate what is in the bracket. That's when I differentiate 3x plus 1, I'll get 3. After that, I'll multiply it by the expression, this expression, that is 3x plus 1. Now reduce the power by 1, so 7 minus 1, which is 6. Now 7 times 3 is 21 times 3x plus 1 all raised to the power 6. Good. Question 2. Thus y is equal to 5x squared plus 2 all raised to the power 3. Okay, so the y dx is equal to, I'll write a 3 here first. After that, I will differentiate what is in the bracket here. So 5 times 2 will give me 10, and this x will be reduced. The power over here will be reduced by 1, so x. After that, I'll write the expression here, which is 5x squared plus 2, and the power here will be reduced by 1, so 2. That is 3 minus 1, which is 2. Now 3 times 10x will give 30x, multiplying by 5x squared plus 2 all raised to the power 2. Good. So looking at this formula, the rule is to differentiate the function as we do for x raised to the power n, and then multiply the result by the derivative of the expression in the bracket. The next question, y is equal to 4x minus 6 all raised to the power negative 6. Therefore, the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to the minus is that's minus 6 multiplying by the derivative of the expression in the bracket here. So when I differentiate 4x, I'll get 4. And when I differentiate 6 is 0, so I'll not write. After that, I'll rewrite this expression over here. That is the 4x minus 6. Now reduce the power here by 1. So minus 6 minus 1, which is negative 7. Negative 6 times 4 will give me negative 24, multiplying by 4x minus 6 all raised to the power negative 7. And this expression can be written as negative 24 all dividing by 4x minus 6 all raised to the power 7. Good. Now let's try the last question. Thus, given that y is equal to 2x cubed plus 3x squared all raised to the power 4, the y dx is equal to this 4 first. After that, you differentiate the expression in the bracket. So you differentiate this one, 2x cubed. When I differentiate this, I'll get 6x squared plus this one to 3x squared will give me 6x. After that, I write the expression over here. That's 2x cubed plus 3x squared, and reduce the power by 1. So 4 minus 1, which is 3. Good. Now let's move on. 4 times 6 is 24 squared plus 4 times 6 is the same as 24 x. Now multiply it by 2x cubed plus 3x squared, all raised to the power 3. Good. So when differentiating a function in this form, the first thing we need to do is to multiply the power by the derivative of the expression in the bracket over here. So in the first place, I multiply this 4 by this expression, that's the derivative of this expression. That's when you differentiate 2x cubed, you get 6x squared. That is 2 times 3 is 6. And this x will reduce by 1. 3 minus 1, which is 2, plus 3 times 2, which is 6. And this x has power 2. So this 2 to reduce by 1. That's 2 minus 1, which is x. After that, you multiply by the whole of this one. And you reduce this power by 1, which is 4 minus 1. And I got 3 over here. So 4 times 6 is 24x squared plus 4 times 6 to 24x. And you multiply by this one. So this is how we differentiate a function in this form. Okay.